Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, readers of all persuasions. It is I, Gayla, and welcome back to Book Uncorked and Caffeinated. And today is Bookmas Day 23. We are winding this up. I'm so excited. But today I want to talk about, excuse me, the books that I will read all over again for the first time. And I have 5 of those books I want to talk about. And I've talked about a couple of them many times, but that's a true testament of how much I really enjoy these books, and I will read them again to experience reading them for the first time. So the first book is Eat, Pray, Love by Elizabeth Gilbert. I read this book many years ago, maybe 2017, 18, but this helped me embark on my journey in 2018. So in 2018, I went to Italy for a month. I always vacation during the summertime being in education, but I always wanted to stay somewhere an extended amount of time. And Italy is just my spirit place. Anybody that knows me knows Italy is my place to be. People have asked me, am I going to retire there? When I talk about Italy, I talk about it from the lens of like that's my place, and more specifically Florence. So this book I will always cherish. I actually watched the movie maybe once or twice a year, and it's funny because I'm probably going to watch it over the Christmas break or on the plane because I'm going to Italy for the holiday. Yes. So I'm super excited about this, and so I would definitely read this all over again for the first time for the experience. The second book that I enjoyed is also by a new author to me, Only for the Week by Natasha Bishop. This was a true love story, romance. It came from left field. The FMC had no clue that this is how her life was going to end up. Only one small thing about reading this book, when I was reading, I was watching someone talk about the book and it kind of spoiled it for me. And it's so funny because my mom and I actually talk about me doing videos talking too much about a book, and I totally understand that. When I got to the part of the book that was the most exciting part of the book, it was still exciting, but it took a little bit of that initial shock and intrigue of it all. And so I would definitely read this book again for the first time without it being spoiled, to have that real authentic feeling and how it made me feel in that moment. The third book is Harlem Rhapsody. I don't talk about this enough, by Victoria Christopher Murray. I really enjoyed this book. This book got really mixed feelings because of the nature of the cheating trope in this, and cheating amongst one of African Americans' prominent members. But it was really actually a great story, and I look forward to reading more by her. This was my first read by her, and so I'm looking forward to reading books she co-authored in addition to her just authoring the book herself. The third book is Becoming by Michelle Obama, my forever first lady. I actually didn't read this with my eyes, so it looks like it's like in pristine condition, which it is. But I listened to it with my ears, and she read the audiobook. And it was, I always say, hearing her read her words was like a warm hug. It was very authentic, very Mrs. Obama, and I'm thinking about reading it again anyway, but I'm gonna read it with my eyes. But I would definitely reread this book for the first time. And last but not least, I talk about this book probably more often than people would like. I even have suggested it to friends and clients. The Year of the Yes by Chandra Rhimes. I read this, so this is the 10th anniversary edition, with 7 new chapters. I'm definitely going to read this in the new year. So it will feel like I will get that feeling of reading it again, especially with the 7 new chapters. But this was an awesome book. It was kind of like my growth book. It was an aha moment for me. I was probably in my upper 30s, and I read this, and it just gave me permission to be myself. And I've always had permission to be myself, but sometimes you don't know, and then you just have those moments when you're like, I'm authentically going to be this person. So this is definitely a book I would enjoy reading for the first time all over again, and I feel like I'm going to have a little bit of that experience with this book and this book because I plan on rereading them. But these are all books, when I first read them, was just true to the spirit, authentic, and very eye-opening, and just made me feel like living is not in vain and that I'm doing the work that I'm supposed to be doing, even with the romances and even with the historical fiction. These books really felt authentic to the person I am. So those are the 5 books that if I had the opportunity to read again from the beginning, like first look, no spoilers, no anything, these would be the books I would read. So Year of the Yes by Chandra Rhimes, Becoming by Mrs. Obama, Harlem Rhapsody by Victoria Christopher Murray, Only for the Weak by Natasha Bishop, and Eat, Pray, Love by Elizabeth Gilbert. So it is actually Tuesday morning. It's snowing outside, all the things, but I'm so looking forward to this restful vacation, this eventful vacation. Enjoy yourselves. We have 2 more videos talking about some bookish things, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the next video. But as always, drop a book stat. Tell me your book that you will read for the very first time all over again, and do all of the things. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Deuces. Bye.